Boston, New Ben Franklin's wicked smart. So he said, I'm for Philly, destined to play his part. Making discoveries, his thinking was free. He was famous for his witch charm and the French overseas. I found him father problem, solve 100 other things. When asked, what's your key, he'd say, Red Bull gives you wings. Gives you wings.
Hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well today. We got another Battle Royale 7 Round 3 bracket coming up. And we need more players to go live. I do know one player said he'd be a couple minutes late, so hopefully it's not too late. We can get started relatively on time, but do want to get everyone's cameras set up as well. So if you're in this round, you should probably go live unless your name is Peak Eric or this and that. Or Shadow Knight, because you're already live. Also, yellow bracket. This is the red. This is the red, white, and blue bracket today. All 8 players are from the good old US of A. Mari has not said that he'd be on an alt. If you are on an alt... Okay, there you go. Pog Blue Dog. Alright. I'll get that going. Yeah, I for one can't wait for scheduling the next round when we get to threaten players with DQ instead of saying, hey, go pre-record. No, I actually don't like that. I think it's... I hope we don't have to do that. Let's put it that way. We're at half the field live. It's a good start. There's number 5. There's number 6. So we just need Huff and Paco. And both of them have acknowledged that they'll be online soon enough, so we'll get going a bit. This will give me the opportunity to do the one thing that GD does not. Okay, so far everyone I've got live's looking good. There's number 7. Paco making sure he looks good for the camera. No worries if you lose camera this round. It is not required this round, so don't worry about it. If it goes out, just keep playing. Alright, so it looks like we're just waiting on Huff. I guess while we're waiting, we can do some other stuff. Do a quick around the horn of the rest of the tournament. Starting over here, this is the red bracket. Currently unscheduled. Hopefully we'll get this thing scheduled soon. Like, I think next week we're going to try to get everyone scheduled. Been a bit of a challenge, but, you know, we can do it. We got Sidnev, Evesy, Blue Scooty, O, Crab Rangoon, DMJ, Siler, and Jati. Yes, that's correct. There are 4 now former champions in round 3 because we had to do a bit of a switcheroo. Yeah, the blue bracket play earlier today. This was where the switcheroo happened with Tugi. Tugi came in and got 2nd place in the blue bracket behind Cobra. Tetris Time and Dan V also placing in the top 4. You might notice the scores are a little lower than usual. That's because we only played 7 games. GG just decided to hang it up after 7 because we knew everyone was going on to the next round. So everyone who was going on to the next round. So we had the green bracket play recently. Whole Bucket absolutely dominant with a 70-point performance. 49 for Meme, 44 for Guafi, 40 for Burbia. And that leaves today's bracket. Also, I do not know why the transition is being so shoddy today. Let's look at that. We have Huff, Critical Lapis, Pink Eric, Winterra, Shadow Knight, Paco's Taco, Amari, and this and that. That is a fine list of American Tetris players we're going to have playing today. Here is the current playoff bracket. We only have one of the semifinals decided. It is the green versus blue bracket. So Cobra Tugi, Tetris Time, Dan V, Cole, Meme, Guafi, Burbia. Holy crap. I mean, yeah, good luck. Any 4 of those players could move on, if I'm being completely honest. So that's what we got right now. Let me see if we've got Mr. Uffagus live. And in fact, we do. Huff, just confirming no camera. It's fine. No camera is not required. I just want to make sure you're not going to turn it on. midstream. That's perfectly fine. It will be required in the semifinals, just FYI, but we don't need it today. Let's go ahead and take a look at our players. Here they are. We have 7 fine-looking. Well, we have 4 fine-looking Tetris players. We have a cartoon dog. We have a whatever the heck that is for this and that. We have a cartoon puffer thingy from Winter, and we have the Void with non-bluffers. I can't tell you, by the way, how many times I've been completely confused by Shadow Knight going by Jay in the Discord. Given that, you know, Jay, I consider, is the DAS player that beat me in the CTM finals one month. You're just a doggo. That's right. Oh, are we getting a hen low out of Oh, I better fix this then. Oh, it's just high. Okay. It's just high. That is Mari IRL. Yes, absolutely. Alright, players, let me give you a seed. This will be your seed to start with. We'll increment the first 2 characters every game. Game number 1 is F2, C3, D8. Yeah, Mari is such a Republican, yeah. Memes got jokes. All right, we have 2 readies, 3 readies. Peak has told me he's ready, so, you know. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh my god. Did we get negative Mari here? Is that what's happening? Oh my god.
Hell yeah!
That's an Avi with the Chris gifts up to Meme. Thank you so much. We are up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 readies. Just need readies from Critical Lapis, Winter, and Paco. Oh, you missed the first. Oh, you missed the previous stream. No, Avi, why? Yeah, Red still is not scheduled. We have to unfortunately wait on one of the players to like there was an emergency that happened. I'm not going to get into it, but we should have it scheduled early next week. That's all I'll say. Nothing bad is going on with any of the players. Just had a situation that we couldn't really deal with. You know, pre-recording wasn't possible, so felt bad to DQ based on the situation, so we didn't do that. All right. We are now up to 6 readies. Yeah, good lucks from Critical Lapis as him and Winter are entering the seed. Also, don't forget your 39 double kill screen. You may need it. Who knows? The 7 readies. Winter. Isn't that the way it always goes? Well, Winter, you'll be glad to know the number 4 seed is cursed. Hopefully you can break that curse. As all 8 players are ready, let's get started with the Battle Royal 7 Yellow Bracket Round 3 matchup. Game number 1 is on the run. Let's count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And you will give me a moment to kind of do this. I think he's moving. Yeah, he's moving. Okay, good. And that's this and that. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and introduce our players. As I mentioned, this is an all-American bracket here in round number 3. In the upper left-hand corner, rolling out of the rolling out of the United States, duh, with a PB of 4,899,000. Welcome in, Huffaluffagus. In seat number 2, also a roller with a PB of 5,620,000. It's Critical Lapis. In seat number 3, your voice of the CTL playoffs, a roller with a PB of 2,260,000. It is Peak Eric. In seat number 4, a roller with a PB of 2,416,000. Welcome in, Winterra. Currently 5 Tetrises in a row, too. Good start. On the bottom row, a roller with a PB of 1,675,000. Welcome in, Shadow Knight. Seat number 6, our final roller with a PB of 1,801,000. Taco is Taco. Seat number 7, kind of a roller, but is listed as a hybrid player. He's got a PB of 1,246,000. Doggo's here, it's Mari. And finally, in seat number 8, listed as a tapper, I actually do not know what he's playing as today. He's got a PB of 1,302,000. It's this and that. And we are underway early on. Everybody alive and well thus far. Shadow Knight setting the pace for the field at 235, 213, 940 for both Huff and Winter. 216 for Mari, 213 for this and that. 194 for Critical Lapis, 162 for Peak, and 144 for Paco. Some scores definitely a little better than others as Paco gonna get set back a little further with that missed S-spin. Yeah, that definitely looks like rolling. I think you're right. So yeah, probably rolling. I'm pretty sure Mari is gonna be mostly rolling. So yeah, we'll see what happens here as Shadow Knight's still out in front, still on a 650 pace here with that Tetris. 351 at the half. That is more than a 650 pace. And a lot of these scores are like really good here. Like 5 players are already over 300,000. And 2 of them are not that far behind. Only Paco's Tacos having a... Can you even call it a suffer game? I don't even know. Maybe. It's not that bad. It's 226 and 77. But for someone who can play kill screen and has shown that he can be pretty good at it at times. You know, even a 100,000 point deficit at this stage is nothing to really worry about. But Shadow Knight showed up to play. He's at 451 at 90 lines. Oh, trouble for Huff here. Top of the board. Is getting some good pieces, but gonna have to dig a little longer. Definitely a good burn there. This looks like he's gonna get autos. As we got slideshow Tetris coming in from one of our players. Hopefully that will fix itself momentarily. And indeed it has. A lot of players getting high here. but no one really in any trouble. Lapis with a little bit of a burn sequence there, but is open now and just waiting on a bar. That bar is not coming. Finally, just as he opens well, we get down. Huff again in a bit of trouble here. Oh, that double flip on the J seemed intentional, but also was awkward. Oh my goodness, Huff! Huff! Oh, he's gonna survive this. He gets that bar over. He looked... Oh, speaking of dead, Critical Lapis is down at 430. And he'll be the first casualty here. A few people have yet to pass 430, 540, so if you haven't, you need 431. Mari gonna transition high on the board at 408. 387 for Paco, also pretty high, but has a better board situation. Mari looks like he's gonna get out of this just fine. And in fact, it's set up for Dirty Tetris, but has to burn it down as the bar doesn't show up in time. A very good survival here, and if Mari can, yep, there's the Tetris that will consign Critical Lapis to 0 for game number 1. I feel like if anyone here is going to bounce back from an early deficit like this, it's going to be Critical Lapis. You're not going to see him top out like that every game. Not even close. So, Winter has taken over the score lead here, 725. 680 for Shadow Knight, 673 for Huff, 688 for Peak. 595 for this and that, 579 for Paco, and Mari, 546. So all 7 of these remaining players will have a point on the board, if not more. We'll see who can keep this going here, as so far everyone is handling 19 fairly well. Oh, very nice delayed burn there from Mari. He's going to bang down a Tetris across the 600k mark. But everyone else is over 700, so he's got some work to do. As time is running out in the level 19 speeds, Huff is the first one to 26. And he takes over the lead, 899. Winter and Shadow Knight only a Tetris behind. Although this and that has been plodding through these levels pretty slowly. About 10 lines back from the field. We'll see what he'll be able to do as we have our first max out on the board from Huff. And he's not going to be alone. Winter will join him next. Dirty Centerwell for Mari. Shadow Knight with a max out. Peak getting close. Level 29 is here for Huff. He's got the 1.1. Shadow Knight can have a 1.1 into, which would be a bit of a better pace than what Huff had. Winter's in at 1,084,000. And there's a 1.11 for Shadow Knight. And to level 29, Mari's in at 847, but that board is not going to allow him to go any further. 847 for Mari. It's going to be 1 point. Peak also into 29. He's got 1,082,000. Oh, this and that with a bunch of misdrops. I don't think he's going to make 29. He's going to be done at 884. And Paco also going to top out. He's got the max, though. 1,010,000. Winter going to be done as well. 1,118,000. We'll see where these end up landing as Peak still has to pass that. Peak needs a 5-tap. He gets it over, but he needs more than this. He is only a couple thousand points away from Winter. Oh, he can't get the bar over. He gets another one over, though, and that burn will pass Winter. Shadow Knight's going to be done at 1,189,000, so that's Peak's next target is B90. Huff, meanwhile, 1.4 and counting. Oh, he's not getting the bar here, so he's going to top out at 1,425,000. Peak still looking for B90, but I don't think he's going to get it. 1,143,000 will be the final there. So Huff going to take home all 10 points after that first game. Eight points go in the way of Shadow Knight. 6 points for Peak, 4 for Winter, 3 for Paco, 2 for this and that, 1 for Mario. And Critical Lapis looking to get points in game number 2, which is up next. Pre-records. Such fun. Okay. Paco saying happy with that after a rough start. And again, 3 points, certainly not what you're looking for. But at the same time, it's putting you in the right direction. Mari says he's going to be lucky if he gets 5 points total. Oh, no. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 readies. Just need readies from Critical Lapis and Winter. Of course, those two kind of been low-key rivals at times. Winter showing off that 5 hertz tapping. And just waiting on Winter. Ah, she's got it up to 6. Oh, there we go. That's better. Oh, yeah, that's right. You, I should refresh you because you did pause a bit. Your stream paused a bit, so let me refresh. Hopefully that's better.
Howdy, Roadrunner. You're very fast.
Well, I drink Red Bull.
But you do realize...
Yes, Red Bull gives you wings, but, I'm scared of heights.
Oh.
Red Bull gives you wings.
The new Red Bull Summer Edition, with the taste of Sudachi Lime. Wings for your summer.
All right. Hopefully not too long here. We are a little behind here. Of course, just as a reminder to those watching, this is the 3rd round of our tournament. It's got 5 rounds total. Next round is the semifinals. Top 4 from this round will make it into the semifinals. We do not know who these 4 will be playing yet. All we know is that it's going to be terrifying, whoever they get. Because the red bracket is kind of the bracket of death. An IQ too high. Yeah, just one IQ too high. So if it was like 200 IQ, then should have had 199. I don't know what's in worse shape, Winner's controller or the console. Did we get a shirt change from Paco? Is that what I just saw? hopefully we're finishing up here. Looks like those speeds were pretty goated. I did refresh your screen. You're having internet issues. Well, try not to early top. We have everyone ready. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. Game number 2 is coming straight to you. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, we're underway with game number 2. Although, peak. I think it's time. There he goes. And yeah, this is round 3. We still have the semifinals and the finals coming up. So if you think these scores are pretty wild, I mean, 1, they are, and 2, just wait for the next round. Of course, talking about the player seeds of folks across the top 4 are coming in after their double bye. They're playing their first match of the tournament. Shadow Knight and Paco came in at round 2. And Shadow Knight won that round with 65 points, and second place was Paco with 46. Meanwhile, Mari and This and That came in round 1. They tied for second place in that round 1 matchup. And were 1 point apart in round 2. At 39 and 38 points each. So they've had themselves a fairly close tournament. There's some trouble brewing early on. Critical Atlas is up high. This and That is up high. Critical Atlas board's looking pretty all right now. Let's keep an eye on This and That. I don't think that L got over to where he wanted it to go. Oh my god, gets that 5-tap left. But he does get a hang the T! And that's an early top out for This and That. 108, 680. All he's gonna get. Well, everyone else, well, hold on. Paco has not passed that score yet. Now he has. So everyone else will be getting at least 1 point this round. But yeah, it seems like another rough start for Paco here. Not as rough as This and That, but still all the same. Kind of more like last game's rough. Peak getting high up on the board here. Let's have a quick path down. Okay, he does open up the right side, gets the bar, gets the Tetris. Bit of a ballsy move with that S on the left, but with the bar coming up, it was fine. Toth gonna take the early lead here, 332. Winter not that far behind at 329. 309 for Shadow Knight. 299 for Peak, 271 for Mari. 236 for Critical Atlas, 202 out of Tetris to go to 224 for Paco. So top to bottom, it's about 130,000 points right now. Chen says, day 1 of CTM detox. Should I ask? At the very least, it'll probably be an amusing story. Okay, why are you going through CTM detox? AKA, what did Vandy do? Ooh, Mari. Bit of a misflip there with that L. Well enough on the board that he can handle it, but certainly not the kind of situation you want to find yourself in. But he is gonna get things settled down. Of course, that square comes chunking down the right side of the screen, but good placement means that it will be not too many burns to get rid of. Now just reliant on a bar on the left. And there it is, so... Oh, another bar dependency forming. This has not been trivial for Mari. This is, of course, costing him lines here as we're approaching level 19. Winter has taken over the lead, 539. Shadow Knight right behind at 527, and Huff right there as well at 504. Peak at 489, 454 for Paco, 449 for Critical Lapis. Mari just trying to get out of this dig at 353. And there's a dirty Tetris for Mari. Yeah, Mari will be fine here. Right side is open for a row 2 Tetris. Looking for some dust. There's no bar. Where is this bar right before transition? Peaks into transition at 584. Paco really high on the board into transition at 484. He needs better pieces than this, and he's gonna... Oh, hold on, he's still alive. He had a misdrop at the top of the board, somehow still in this, but that's gonna do it. 490 is gonna be the final for Paco. Mari has yet to pass that. You need 491 for 2 points. And you'll be more than halfway to your 5. Peak has taken over the lead at 689, out of Tetris to go to 716. Winter also at 700 now. Shadow Knight pretty close. Oh, Huff with a pair of Tetrises to go to 741. A Peak with a very good pace here. 800,000 into 23. Another Tetris for Winter. Winter digging a little bit here. Not very good pieces for the dig, but she's just going to set up Dirty, and it pays off. Dirty Tetris for Winter. We're starting to see players pull out some aggression here. And this is kind of the round you start to need it. When everyone shows up to play. Peak still in the lead, 958. Huff right behind him at 927. 838 for both Winter and Critical Lapis. 899 for Shadow Knight. And Mari, 678. Gonna have some work to do here to pull back any more points. He's already got 2. Max outs for Peak and Huff. Peak almost at the 1.1 here. Very solid game for Peak Eric. Bit of trouble for Shadow Knight. Getting really high up on the board here. Getting pieces left, though. Can he get this down before 29? He's got another 12 lines. It looks like the answer is going to be yes. And Shadow's going to finish off this dig right before transition. These transitions are pretty wild. 1,026,000 for Shadow Knight. But, I mean, look at these other scores. 1,175,000 for Peak. 1,201,000 for Huff. 1,141,000 for Critical Lapis. 924 for Mari. Mari not going to get much further. Mari's done 924, but back-to-back games going the distance. Peak saying pretty good game. I don't know. Why are you typing and playing? Winter done at 1,079,000. Huff also going to call it a game at 1,290,000. Critical Lapis very close to that mark. Could pick up at least 6 points if he can pass Huff. Oh, that's going to be it for Shadow Knight. So this would be 8 points if he can pass Huff, and he does. D88 for Peak, D04 for Critical Lapis. They're within 100,000 points of each other. Level 33. One player will walk away with 10 points. The other will get 8. Tetris for Critical Lapis pulls within about 60,000 points. Peak still putting on the pressure, though, trying to get set up again. Oh, that hang, and another Tetris for Critical Lapis puts him within a Tetris. Peak just trying to stay alive here. Critical Lapis needs a bar now. Gets the bar for the Tetris. Takes the lead. 1,463,000. Peak at 1,446,000. It's coming down to the wire here. Critical Lapis has brought it back from more than 100,000 points down here in the kill screen. Peak trying his best to try to stay efficient, but Pieces just didn't allow it. It is a 1,000 point game. Neck and neck late into the 29 speeds. Peak with a couple of crucial misdrops here. Can he keep it alive? Critical Lapis in trouble. Peak, you need E86 and you're not gonna get it. 2,000 points separating the players at the end. Oh my God. What a finish. Oh, I entered a score in wrong. Let me fix that. I pulled a Tenfuibus, is what happened. Let me fix that score. It was a CO9, right? I think that was the score. Yeah, no one's close to that, so it's not like it's gonna make a difference. All right, so yeah, after 2 games, Huffaluffagus still in the lead with 16, but Peak nearly caught him. He's at 14, 12 for Shadow Knight, having a pretty solid session, and 10 for Critical Lapis. Let's go ahead and get ready for game 3. So. What's it C90? I'll go back and check. Ba-ba. 129920. Oh, I just had the 9 and 0 transposed. Okay, cool. Easy fix. All right. Looks like we have everyone ready. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. Game number 3 is breaking free. Let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, so what a duel between Critical Lapis and Peak Eric there. We'll see if we get more games like that. A misdrop there for Huff, but I mean, they'll be cleared quickly, but... Paco and Shadow Knight and Winter and Critical Lapis all having some tall boards here. Oh, the missed 5 tap for Critical Lapis! No, not like this. Okay, Critical Lapis opening up that left side, gets the bar over. Oh man, that was almost a disaster for Critical Apis. He did not need another 0-pointer after winning that last game. It's gonna take the Tetris there to bring the board down. We'll try to go dirty again. Shadow Knight up high, but gets the Tetris to bring it down. The seed not being too kind to a lot of players here. Another Tetris for winner. It's going to be Paco setting the pace early on. 148, 143 for this and that. 126 for Huff, 110 for winner. 129 for Shadow Knight. 109 for Critical Apis. 126 for Mari. And 106 for Peak Eric. Still in the early going. See if we can get everyone out of 18 this time. Nice sturdy Tetris there for Peak, and is setting up for another one. Dirty left well Tetrises. And I think he might be trying it again, and he'll get it again with the well transfer this time. Some really nice play from Peak here. Oh, Mari. Mari. Exclamation Mari dot dots. Mari's done at a 136. Whoops. Well, I guess we won't be getting everyone out of 18 this game. Hopefully next game. We still have another 5 games. That's fine. It's not time to panic until game 5. Really close game here. Huff has the lead, but I mean, the lead's going to be bouncing around for a bit, I think. Left well for this and that. Oh, Huff just bangs down like 3 Tetrises in succession there. There's a little more of a stranglehold on the lead than he did a moment ago. Nice fits for this and that. Going for a really nice delayed burn, too. This and that, getting things set up for a dirty Tetris. Very nice. Great play from this and that. It's top to bottom right now. It is about 70,000 points. So we're approaching the 100-line turn. We have a few people on pace for a potential 600 transition. Winner of some nice tucks and spins. Nice adjustment on the J as well. Winner is stacking very well right now. And she'll need to as well. I mean, we've already seen 2 number 4 seeds drop out of the tournament. Winter's certainly not looking to join them. She wants to join the semifinals. As most players are over 500,000, this and that's had a bit of a slowdown. He's going to get a bar over for the Tetris, though, and can still get a 500 transition and then some with the Tetris here. And he'll get that Tetris, so everyone over 500,000. Peak first one into 19 at 541. 598 for Shadow Knight. 526 for this and that. 567 for Winter. 620 for Critical Apis. 580 for Huff. And 551 for Paco. So 7 transitions up. Let's see where this goes. This could be a really tight one if this keeps going like this. Level 20. Critical Lapis still in the lead. Peak laughing about something. Winter. Oh, doesn't get the T, and this is a bit of a scary situation. Pretty high up. Certainly can be dealt with, but not a place you want to be. And gonna open up the right side. And that was a really good delayed burn there from Winter to, well, a burn into a delayed burn, really, to get set up for the Tetris. That brings her board down. She'll be fine. Paco with a split Vitz, I guess you could call it. It doesn't work, I'll say that. And he's getting this board down. Critical Lapis first to 800,000 with Peak right behind him. Those two are the ones who dropped the 1.4s last game. Now Huff joining them in the mid-800s. Kind of neck and neck and neck here. Everyone over 800,000 now. A couple people over 900,000. Critical Lapis almost at the max out. Bit of a misdrop for Huff. It's going to slow him down a little bit here. That's going to allow Peak and Critical Lapis to get ahead of him. Although Critical Lapis trying to find a way out of this jam and does so quickly. Peak's going to be the first one to the max out. Peak has been having an excellent set so far. Oh, the missed 5-tap for Paco. 873 will leave the final. It's only 1 point this game. Level 29 coming up. We have a couple of max out. In fact, we got a couple of 1.1s. 5 players now putting up the max. Make it 6. That's right, a max out's going to get 2 points this game, but whose will it be? As everyone's off into transition, Critical Lapis in the lead with 1,189,000. It goes as far down as 1,021,000 for Shadow Knight. Level 30, Peak is getting in trouble. Peak might be the first one down here in the post, and he will be 1,195,000. This and that also down at 1,118,000. Four players remaining here. C60 for Critical Lapis, C11 for Huff. Huff trying to get this board down, but keeps creating these holes every now and again. This is getting a little dicey. And he's not going to get anything over to the right. He's going to be done at 1,220,000. Shadow Knight's still plodding along here. You need B19 for your next points, so, and I don't think that's happening. Shadow Knight could be done at 1,083,000. He will be the one picking up the 2 points for a max out. Ugh. Yeah, this and that only getting 3 for a 1.1. Does that sound familiar, winner? Critical Lapis, next slide, please. There we go. Right on time. So, Winter about 16 lines ahead and behind by 90,000 in points. Why am I getting a notification from Discord? Discord did something and like reset all my settings, and I hate it. Critical Lapis again is frozen. Winter, keep playing, obviously. Critical Lapis does have about an 80,000 point lead over Winter. Oh, and Winter's going to be done, so looks like Critical Lapis is going to take it home. That's not right. That's right. And 1.3 for Critical Lapis. So there you have it. Huff still out in front with 22, but Critical Lapis winning 2 straight games. Gonna move up into second place at 20. Third place is Peak at 18. And Winter, with that 1.2, is going to move into fourth place. Just a point ahead of Shadow Knight as we enter game number 4. All right, Discord. Why? I mean, oh my god. Notify me when a friend and I reach a friendship anniversary. No. Come on, what the hell? Notify me when friends update their profile. Oh my god, these have gotten bad. Alright, hopefully that'll shut up Discord for a while. Critical Apps is like, how do I keep getting bailed? Well, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It's, Mari says it's time to get a max, and we've gotten Republican Mari to bring that max. Go ahead, ready up for game number 4. Are people old enough to know Ventrilo here? Yeah. Used to be my thing of choice. But it kind of died. What was Ventrilo's competitor? I forget what it was. Not Mumble, but the other one. There's another one. And that one I never used. TeamSpeak. Yeah, I never used TeamSpeak. All right, everyone's ready. Well, hold on. Winter's not ready. Let's wait for Winter to be ready here. We got the 1% Mari. Yeah, right now it's everyone across the top row. 15 points is the cutoff here after 3 games. Firedox says it's the Artiaga strats. Yeah, I didn't fix my controller before the match strats. Yeah, Huff always, Huff's got the stuff. I mean, we know that. Kingsman tells us this all the time. As Winter, the season playing Tetris, or the cat playing Tetris, really showing put your stuff away. Oh, Mari. All right, everyone's ready. Let's go ahead and get this thing counted down here. Game number 4 is coming to your door. Let's count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh god, what did I do? Oh, okay. There we go. Do a little bit of fast forwarding there on this and that. As Peak is pressing down a bit here. Maybe he should relist himself as hybrid with his stats play here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, his stats play is about as good as mine. Okay, his is better, but he's doing the moves that I would do, and I don't recommend doing my moves. What happened? Hold on. What? Oh. You didn't start? Oh, well, that's because you're behind. I have to refresh you. Sorry. Alright, refresh. Yeah, Critical App is unfortunately having some internet issues today. Wow, he is behind? Well, we'll deal with it. Don't worry about it. Just keep playing. Interesting setup here for Huff. Can he get the spin tuck? Yes, he can. Peak says, I don't remember gassing. I mean, you clearly are here. Well, maybe not now, but you were at the beginning of the game. And yeah, this is a board that you would not want to gas on, because it's getting pretty high. Peak in trouble. Nice double. Gets a bar over. Takes a triple. Kiwi's happy. Peak's happy. I hope Peak's happy. He's getting this board down a little more. There we go. And opens up column 9. There's the column 9 Tetris. With the next bar, will transfer the whale back over to the right. Good play there from Peak. Shadow Knight into the early lead here. Setting up a dirty Tetris in column 6. And there it is. Will be the first to 300k. Paco, less than a second later, also joins him. Peak says, I'm very happy. Let's see. I will say this, Peak, I did not do my homeworks. I did not watch either of the pre-records, so I had no idea what's going to happen. Which is what made Game 2 so much fun. Checking on scores here, it is 375 for Shadow Knight, 372 for Paco, 316 for Huff, 312 for Mari, 308 for Peak, 316 for Winter, 297 for Critical Lapis, who is behind in lines due to the internet issue, so his score's pretty good, and 282 for this and that. I look away for 1 second, and what happened to Critical's board? Okay, he's getting it down. Not a problem. Yeah, we might have to have you restart the stream between games, but other than that, I mean, we'll just deal with it. It's not a big deal. We're approaching the 100 line turn, and we have a couple people with 500,000 by then. Shadow Knight and Paco will both pull that off. 513 for Shadow Knight, 512 for Paco. Paco desperately needs the points too. Shadow at least is within the running here. But it is kind of crunch time for the people at the bottom to make a move. If they're still on single-digit scores. $120 lines for Shadow Knight is the point. He gets 600,000. This could end up being a really nice transition here. Like 670 is still on the table. 546 in a transition for Peak Eric, also known as Pickle Rick to some people. There's a 676 for Shadow Knight. Great transition score. Let's see what he can do with it. 597 for Huff, 617 for Paco. 463, this and that, in a bit of a suffer game. At least compared to the other players, Critical Atlas is also under 500k, but still has a ways to go to hit level 19. So he's got a good-looking board. Bit of a hang there for Huff on the left. Didn't need to get a 5-tap over, and he does. Another Tetris for Huff. As his board's looking fine now, he'll get yet another Tetris. Shadow Knight nearly at 800,000 here on level 22. Mari in trouble. Needs to get the 5-tap left. Didn't go for it. And he's going to top out. 6-12. Be the final. Only this and that is not, well, Critical Atlas too, but Critical Atlas is still on 18. So those two need to get the 6-13 to pick up at least 1 point in this game. This and that primed and ready to go. Just needs a bar. And he'll get the bar. 623 is... Oh, there we go. Holy crap. Critical Lapis just caught up. He's got 899 on 24, which puts him in second behind. No, he's in the lead now. So yeah, Critical Lapis doing pretty good. So we're about to get some max outs here on the board. The only question is who's going to be first. It's probably not going to be Critical Lapis, as it looks like he's working on cleaning up his board. It's going to be Huff. Huff with the A05. Shadow Knight right behind him with the A26. He's got more lines to work with as well. Critical Lapis into the max out on 26. Peak approaching transition. Winter into the max out on 27. This and that had a VIT set up, but it seems like something went wrong there. He's got it set up again, and we'll nail the VITs there, but now has some burning to do before getting the payout. A27 for Pete Garrick, but it's gonna have a couple of misdrops into the transition. He'll top out at 1,027,000. This and that hasn't been the best of games for him. Oh, Huff's gonna top out there at 1,202,000. Give me a moment, Huff. Please stay on the top out screen for the moment. And this and that is going to be done at 818. All right, I got you, Huff. All right, so Huff topped out at CO2. So Paco and Winter have a target to pass, but Shadow Knight and Critical Lapis are already well past that. Ooh, a missed 4-tap there for Shadow Knight. Needs something right. We'll get the bar over. What a tuck for Shadow Knight that could keep this game alive. And he's got the 1.4. He's got a clear lead over the field right now. Oh, but he can't get a piece over, so he's going to be done. Shadow Knight, 1,404,000. Score not found. Let's see if anyone can beat that. Critical Lapis pretty close. We'll get the Tetris. He will beat it. He's looking to win his 3rd game in a row. Winter will pass Huff. And Paco looking to do so as well, and he will. So your next target, Winter and Paco, you need E05. Still got a ways to go for that. It's like 4 Tetrises for Paco here. Winter is kind of pulling away from him too, but Critical Lapis is just not letting up here. He's almost got the 1.5. And there it is. Press F's to pay respect to this one. Needs a bar. Gets the bar over. He's going to top out at 1,522,000. I don't think the other players are going to be able to... Winter might have a shot. If she sets up for 2. Now she's going to end up going a little too hard there to top out at 1,336,000. So that 1.4 is looking good for second here. Paco couldn't chase down Winter there, so he's going to... 1.3 get you 4 points these days. So, yeah. Critical Lap is taking his 3rd straight game. Maintains the top spot with 30. Huff flipping a little bit there, but still in second at 25. Shadow Knight is going to move up into 3rd with 22 points. Winter with 21. Peak with 20. Paco with 9. This and that with 6. Mari with 3. We're halfway through. And it's looking like the race for 4th is going to be on. Possibly between multiple players. Like more than 2. This could be really good. Listening by phone. Yeah. Yeah, your stream has been a stream of all time. But it did bounce back after that last game, so... Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 readies on the board. Yeah, it should be 36. When we start on F, game 5 would be 3. Wallbant with a good luck Shadow Knight. Of course, Shadow Knight jumping 2 spots after that last game. All right, we're ready from Critical Lapis. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. Game number 5 is coming alive. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I need... Yep, there we go. All right, we are underway. I will quickly refresh the collapse stream. But most of that's going to be on his end, so not a whole lot I can do there. Like I said, it's fine. And it doesn't seem to be hurting Critical Lapis any games. He's got the lead after the half at 30 points. Huff. He's had some good games, but kind of showed a little bit of weakness of last game. Only got 3 points. We'll see if Huff can bounce back and keep himself towards the top of the pack. Mari, meanwhile, has promised us a max out sometime in this session. Hopefully this is the game that it happens. We'll see. Would be a good time for it. We'll see what happens here in game number 5 to set the tone for the second half. As honestly, with it only being 10 points from 1st to 5th, literally no one's safe. This and that, getting very high up, needs to hit that spin and does. And will find a bar. Ooh, that was a little dangerous there for this and that, but he does get the board down with a couple of Tetrises, so... avoiding disaster, and then, of course, the L happens. He's going to be digging for a bit after that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Fortunately, he's in a safe spot. Shadow Knight and Huff and Peak all dealing with their own issues right now. No one in any immediate danger. Of course, if this and that keeps getting squares, it's going to be in a lot of danger. Oh my god. Bit of a square burst is going to knock him out. This and that's done at 182. You're only supposed to have 3 square meals a day. He had like 4. Don't overeat, man. It's not good for you. Everyone has passed that, so this and that will be stuck on 6 points after this game. Mari had a bit set up. Let's see how well that went. He's getting this board down. He'll have another chance to resolve that. There we go. He's got it open. Where is the bar? There it is. Nice fits. Peak says rough. Yes, rough indeed. Rough. Speaking of rough, his pace is kind of rough. 449 at 91 lines. By rough. Oh, Mari misses a 5-tap. Doesn't get another one over. That's going to be at 292. Yeah, peek on another great pace game here. Let's see what he can do with it. Everyone still alive is going to get 2 points this game. And most likely, he'll get more than 2 points. Great board too, he says. Yeah, it's really nice. Typical Div 1 play, you know? The kind of Tetris we expect. Miles asking the real questions here. Oh, Critical Apis? What? Critical Apis down at 533, so your leader is down. Those could make things a little interesting, to say the least. Oh my goodness. We'll see how the other players try to capitalize on that. Hey, if you're on game 5 and you've already had 2 double flips, you're doing way better than me, man. And keep in mind, most of my games don't make 19, so yeah. 682 for Peak, 708 after that Tetris for Winter, who's also back in lines as well. 596 for Huff, 597 for Shadow Knight, and Paco at 668. Those are the 5 remaining players. They have all passed the other players. They'll be getting 3 points or more. Yeah, Wallman didn't see those other 3 games. He didn't see the less than 2,000 point victory in game number 2. That was a... If you go back and watch any game, game number 2 is the one to watch, for sure. That was a spicy duel between Peak and Critical Apis. Okay. Paco is fine. Just had a bit of a mischief there. Oh, Puff. I'm not sure what happened there, but a high hang of the Z, and now things kind of getting a little out of control. He's going to snake that bar down for some relief. But these pieces are not cooperating at all. Well, this has been a bit of a suffer dig here. Or, oh, he misses a 5-tap left. That might be it. Yeah, Huff is going to be done at 698. So the top two are down. Everyone else has passed them. This is going to get wild here after game 5. Let me tell you. Critical happens. Is there an amount of points that guarantees the next round? No, but when you hit a total that will get you into the next round, your score will go green. I can guarantee you that nobody's score is going green until at least game 7. As close as this is, nobody is safe. We have 2 max outs on the board. They're from Peak and Winner. Paco in trouble. He's going to go down at 944. So he'll pick up 4 points and get into the double-digit territory. Peak, first one to 1.1. Winter right behind him. Shadow Knight still yet to max out here on level 32. But he's pretty close. Gonna take that dirty triple there. Peak maintaining the lead here. Another Tetris for Peak. He's got 1,185,000. Winter at 1,123,000 with a bunch of misdrops on the board. Needs a bar and a lot of help. This is not a good situation for Winter right now. Nice burns, though. Can she get this down? Give herself a chance. Shadow Knight is catching up a little bit to her. She's going to miss a 5-tap, so Shadow Knight, for 8 points, you need 1,140,000. And you're not going to get it. Shadow Knight is done. Let me put the scores on the right boards. And Peak, you're good. Play this out. Peak will pick up 10 points. It's going to move to 30. And after this game, 1st to 5th will be 4 points. Sempro says, Peak more like PK. Peak says, I will play this out. All right. You do that. Another Tetris, 1.4 out of Peak here. Second one of the session. Another Tetris. That's a 1.5. Press F's to pay respect to this one. 1,571,000 for Peak. Very nice game. 15,570,000. Yeah. What was it? Something like that? I don't know. It's close enough. Doesn't show the last digit. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for game number 6. As this is kind of wild. First place is 32 points. 4th place, 2 players are tied at 28. And so we got people getting their warm-up rounds in. We're ready from Critical Apis, so we're just waiting on Winter. And there we go. Everyone's ready. 3 games to go. No one's out of it yet. but certainly no one is in it. Let's find out if we can get some separation here. Game number 6 kicks us into the mix. Let's get started in 3. I said 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, that was sudden. There we go. All right. Let me one more time refresh critical apps just in case that's helpful. Oh, it is helpful. Yes, he's got a Tetris on the board. So yeah, this is a little bit of a different story from our bracket earlier today. If you missed that, we only played 7 games in that bracket because we knew who the top 4 were well in advance of game number 8. Like, Dan V did the troll thing and topped out with 60-some points to get 1 point in that game, and that was enough to send him into 4th place. This one, though, is a little more of a question mark. Like, when there's only 4 points separating 1st to 5th, it is very easy to see even the top player dropping on the top 4 if they're not careful. This and that in a world of hurt right now. Oh, gets a Vitz. He tried a T-spin there, but didn't get set up in time. And this and that is going to be digging for a bit here. Needs a bar. Gets the bar. That's going to help out a lot. Top 5, welcome in. K Lovelace. Hello, hello. And Kazanavi still here. Peak following up that 1.5 with a heck of a board here. What is going on here? This is not the time to have a game like this. Oh my goodness, this is trouble. Alright, he gets the left side open, needs a bar. There's the bar, he'll get the Tetris. So Peak will be fine. It's fine! Never mind, he's only got 141 here at 53 lines, but... Right now, we got 2 players at 302. Paco with a slight lead over Shadow Knight. 283 for Winner, 245 for Lapis, 227, this and that, 253 for Mari, and 225 for Huff. And Peak, 172 at the half. He is asking, anyone new in Kahat? A few people. We got Colin here too. Hi, Colin. GD missed you earlier. He was gonna get you to do a seed for the other bracket. This and that. Could use a long bar. There's the bar. It's a Tetris. 322 for him. Shadow Knight and Paco still playing neck and neck here. 440 to 441. Slight lead for Paco. Winter will cross the 400k mark as well. Critical Lapis 383. He's got a Vitz set up. Of course, to resolve a Vitz, you need a long bar, and there it is. Could use another bar here. There it is, finally. Gets the Tetris. Shadow Knight, first one to 500,000. He's got 532. Paco at 500,000 as well, 515. Nice dirty Tetris there for this and that. Still has a bit of a mess to clean up, but feel like he knows the situation, despite not actually knowing the situation. But he is playing pretty aggressively here. $624 for Shadow Knight. He still has 3 potential Tetrises here. Not taking any burns, gets the Tetris. Ooh, bit of trouble here for Shadow Knight. Right before transition, he's high up on the board. Just kind of went a little too hard for that high transition. He's still going to have a good score, but now has to dig out at 653. 638 for Paco, 620 for Critical Apis, 620 for Winner. A lot of people over 600 on level 19. That triple is crucial for Shadow Knight. Everyone has made transition here in game number 6. Two players at 669. Hey now. 678 for Critical Apis, 632 Winter, 606 Huff. Critical Apis at 705 there. Mari 529, this and that 519. Just everyone still going. Could we get 829s this game? Nice adjustment for Winner there. Making room for the J with the square. So Shadow Knight's still dueling for first place, but this time he's doing so with Critical Apis. They're both at 846. Winter right behind him at 835. Paco still at 803. 709 for Huff, 632 Peak, 651. Mari, 582 for this and that. Halfway through level 19 speeds and everyone alive. Another Tetris for Critical Apis. He's over 900k, but Shadow Knight threatening a max into level 26 if he can get a bar. He does. There's a max out for Shadow Knight. Critical Apis could be next here. Huff getting in trouble at the top of the board. Oh, that double flip for Huff is going to kill him. 791 for Huff. That could potentially be 0 points for Huff. Mari needs 792. This and that also needs 792. This and that would have to play 29 to beat Huff, though. We'll see if he's got that. Here he goes, level 29. Not a great board to start, but is getting the board down. Look at this. Great play from this and that here is everyone in transition. 1.1s for Critical Apis and Shadow Knight. In fact, Shadow Knight getting a 1.2 there. Critical Apis in trouble here. But he gets it cleaned up, has the Tetris set up, gets the bar. There's the Tetris. He's got the 1.2 and the lead. But Shadow Knight set up again. He has to block the wells. The bar shows up. And that's going to be it for Shadow Knight. 1,223,000. Mari hit the 900s again. 947. 1,240,000 for Critical Apis. We'll see where this lands them. This and that is still going. He's got 725. He needs to chase down 792 to get a point. He gets the max out on 33. There is still some drama here. We'll see where the scores fall after this, but Paco's still going. C41 would be the chase down target. He's going to be done. 1,172,000. He knew he had an opportunity there. And the most he gives 4 points. This and that does pass Huff. So Huff is shut out in game number 6. Winter, you need C41 to take the round. And then we'll sort out this mess once we know all the scores, because that game was crazy. That game was absolutely bonkers, guys. Winter looking to line this out, and she absolutely can. And a W line out from Winter means that she will get all 10 points here in game number 6 and not quite take the lead. She'll be 1 point back to Critical Athos. So yeah, Winter picking up the 10 points that game. Critical Athos was second with 8. Shadow Knight picking up 6 points that game. 4 points going over to Paco. He's still alive with 17. 3 points for Peak, also in 4th place right now. He is the line at 33. Mari and this and that, unfortunately, eliminated after game 6. Mari getting 2 points. Hey, you got 6. That's more than 5. And this and that at 7. But Huff falling hard. He is in 5th place, 28. And has to catch up to Peak Eric in these final 2 games. Let's see if he can do it. Game 7 is next. W 20 points. What did I miss? I missed something. Comp play is the epitome of good enough. I mean, it's pretty good right now because you have a 1-game buffer over Hufflepuffus. And in fact, if Huff trips up again, Winter and Critical Atlas will be going to the semis. So it's kind of crunch time for Huff now. After leading early on. Let's see what he can do. Looks like we're just waiting on... no, we're not waiting on anyone. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. A game number 7 sends us to heaven. Let's see what happens. Count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sorry, the button didn't work. I don't know why I'm not in studio mode. So this and that's chase down of Huff that last game. Oop, hold on, something up with this and that here. Let me get him in order. There we go. But yeah, I mean, that point could be important at this point. The Huff is 5 points back from Peak Eric. And it was just a couple of unfortunate 19 top outs for Huff that's got him in this situation. Like, he's been playing fairly well otherwise. But just at this level, that's it's going to be tough to overcome. But certainly doable. Four rows up is Paco right now. Needs a bar, gets the bar, bangs it down for the Tetris. Still trying to push this board as well. But I mean, it's a little early on here in this game. I might want to prioritize, get this board down. Looks like that's what he's doing. Gets that dirty Tetris as well, and he's still going to set up 4 rows off the bottom. This is a very aggressive play. Gets another Tetris. Set up again. The man is addicted to dirty Tetrises. There's another one. And he's still set up. How many row 5 Tetrises has this been for Paco? It's been a few. Can't get one right now, though, because he's not set up. Ooh, the long bar. Kind of king barred it. But he gets pieces around it, gets another Tetris. And this aggression is paying off. I mean, he's not in the lead, but he's only 2 Tetrises behind Critical Lapis. Sleep and diet helps with focus and reduces performance anxiety more than you'd think. Maybe I should try that. Because competitive anxiety sucks, dude. Paco finally has that column 2 open. Looking for a bar to finish this off, and he gets it. Great aggressive play from Paco to keep himself in this. I have to find a bar here, though. This could be a problem if he doesn't get a bar soon. Okay, he does get the bar, but it jacked up his board a little bit. Winter off in the lead, 375. 342 for Shadow Knight, 338 for Paco, 337 for Critical Atlas, 360 for Peak, 373 for this and that, 319 for Mari, and 302 for Huff. Paco again set up 4 rows off the bottom, this time center welling it. And this time there's no bar. Finally a bar shows up right as the board was starting to get a little scary. And with transition coming, I don't think he's going to mess around with this any longer. Just going to get that down. I'm going to try to anyway. He's got 3 bar dependencies set up. Bit of a scary board for Paco going into 19. But speaking of 19, this and that is far and away off in the lead here at 513. Well, that's board for Paco. I don't know what happened. I looked away and things got spicy, to say the least. But he's getting the job done. So here we go, level 19. Shadow Knight and Paco are in under 500k. Everyone's going to have a better transition than that. 542 for Winter. 525 for Huff. 522 for Peak. 541 for Mari. $562 Critical Lapis. This and that still waiting on transition here. This is not a good transition. 555 for this and that, but the board is very high. Let's see if you can get this down before anything unfortunate happens. All right, very good. And yeah, this and that, getting the board down. Very nice. Oh, the hang! Hold on. Oh, and he doesn't solve the right side correctly. Oh, this is a problem. Doesn't get the tuck on the T either. Things are falling apart for this and that, and he's going to be done at 568. Oh no, that was unfortunate. So everybody is past that. It's going to be 0 points for this and that here in Game 7. I'm not going to play spoiler this game. Oh, and Paco's going to be done at 7:30. So Winter and Mari need to get to 7:31. Peak Eric does too. I don't know if he will, though. He's going to top out at 6:43. Huff has a shot to get back into this. Just unfortunate there for Peak. This could make Game 8 very interesting, depending on what the other players do here. Like, Shadow Knight certainly isn't safe yet, but if he has a good game here, it would certainly help. Meanwhile, Winter and Critical Atlas could potentially punch their ticket to the semifinals this game. Mari with a double flip there. That's going to be the end of it for him. 8:34, though. That'll be another 3 points. He'll move up to 9. Maybe playing a little bit of spoiler for Peak Eric here. We'll see. 976 for Shadow Knight. A couple of misdrops into 29 means he's probably not going very far here. And he'll be done at 983. Meanwhile, Critical Atlas has maxed out. Puff and Winter need to pass 984 to get into the top 3 this game. Critical Lapis, who's going to hang a piece on the left, doesn't get the B, but 1,099,000 will be good for at least 6 points here. No one has passed that yet, so Winter and Huff, you need 1.1 for 8 points. Winter will pass the 1.1 mark. It is Huff's turn next. And Huff really needs it too, because if he does not, he'll be tied with Pete going into the last game. $1.2 for Winner. And I can't really say that anyone is safe yet. We'll have to see what happens coming out of this. We'll let the computer do the math instead of me, because no one wants me doing math. 1.3 for Winner. Huff still trying to chase down that A99 for 8 points. I don't think he's going to chase down Winter. He is set up, though. He's going to knock it right down. Winter going to be done at 1,003,028. That'll be good enough for all 10 points. Huff! Huff! No! Huff is going to top out at 1,093,000. He did not chase down Critical Lapis. Critical Lapis will pick up the 8 points. And Lapis and Winter will be going to the semifinals. Currently in third place is Shadow Knight at 38. But it is a tie for fourth with 34 points. Hufflepuffus, Peak Eric, one of them, or maybe both of them, will advance to the next round. Shadow Knight also in the mix, but Shadow Knight does have a 4-point advantage going into Game 8. This has been an absolutely wild session. Yeah, Critical App's winner looking to not play spoiler here and just completely blow everyone away here with 1.8s. How many? 2. I mean, 0. No, we have no pre-record. We don't ever have pre-records here. What are you talking about? No, just 2. All right. Let's get everyone readied up here. Massive game number 8 situation. Huff and Peak, their math is simple. They just have to beat each other. Whoever wins over Huff and Peak will be guaranteed to go on to the next round. Then it matters what happens with Shadow Knight. This Huff crumbling to pieces over there. Oh no. All right. So just need a ready from Winter. Winter breaking the curse of the number 4 seed. Gonna be the first in 3 tries to make it. And here we go! Game number 8 decides our fate. Let's go ahead and get this counted down. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. Let's get our friends moving here. There we go. Also, Peak Huff and Shadow Knight, of course, there are many Game 9 scenarios for all 3 of you. We'll see what ends up happening. We cannot have a Game 9 between Huff and Peak, though. Well, unless they tie. Like, if they tie, then that'll happen. But, I mean, Peak's pressing down. There's just not going to be a tie. Huff high up on the board. We'll get the dirty Tetris, though. Definitely not where he wants to be early on in this game. So he's going to get it down. Mari in trouble. Oh, the double flip of the T. No, doggo, please. Mari's going to be done at 8,700. Mari, thanks for joining today. Why is this and that not going? What happened to this? What the heck? Did the stream just die? I literally don't know what happened. It says Game 7. Okay, that's Game 8. I will fast forward it a bit for brevity. Wait, no.